Grief is defined and more known as the reaction towards the loss of someone or some living thing that has died, to which a bond or affection was formed. However, you can grieve for considerably multiple other reasons, such as the loss of your homeland, the loss of a friendship, or even the loss of your favorite, most important diary. There are 5 simple known stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. They can, however, be split into more stages, and some even have reached 11 steps, involving the shock you get into upon hearing the news and the guilt you feel after accepting the situation you're in. These stages are often talked about as if they happen in order, moving from one stage to the other, as if humans are movie characters playing the role while following the written script. However, that is not always the case. Elizabeth Kubler-Rose, who developed the 5 stages of grief model, mentioned in her writing, making it evident that the stages are nonlinear. People can undergo these aspects of grief at different times, and they do not happen in one particular order. You might not experience all of these stages, and you might find feelings are quite different with different struggles. The reason why they're stated in this order is to simplify the explanation for the simple minds, and even for the most complex of these minds. Take a moment and imagine with me. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. The coffee is in your hand. The lamp is dim. The phone is muted. The world's asleep. And everything is so peaceful. No drama, no despair. Today was a peaceful, calm day for you. You hear your phone buzzing by your right side. You wonder if it's a text message. It keeps buzzing and buzzing. Oh, it's a call. Who's calling me this late at night? You wonder. You pick up your phone and raise it up to your face. Mother? You question and then answer quickly. You aren't used to her calling at night, so it got you nervous thinking about what it could be. Hi, Mom. What's up? You question normally. Mom? You repeat and still hear no reply. Suddenly, you hear a sob coming from the phone you hold to your ears. It rings through your body from your ears down to your arms, up again into your chest till it reaches your toes, leaving goosebumps all over you. And that's when everything starts to collapse. You hear the worst news you could ever hear through the sobs and tears of your loved mother. Your cup of coffee falls shattering. Your hands are too weak to hold anything, but that would never begin to describe how you feel. No, that is impossible, Mother. There is no way that could happen. You plead, with no hope left. And so, we enter into the first stage, denial. What is denial? Well, it is defined as the refusal to acknowledge an unacceptable truth or emotion, or to admit it into consciousness, used as a defense mechanism most of the time. Our first thought is that everything said to us or happened to us isn't real. Am I dreaming? Is this a prank? You may be asking yourself these questions over and over again. Numbness might overtake your whole body, or you might even act as if nothing has ever happened, even if you know that it is the inevitable truth that you need to swallow one day. Anger is a feeling, quite a natural emotion, and reaction after hearing disturbing news, whether it was an unfair and cruel death, two generals fighting for a seat causing a war to unfold. Whatever it is that you hear, it's quite normal to get furious and enraged. That is the second stage, anger. You might be angry with others or even angry at yourself for things you did or didn't do before the incident. Regret might fill you up and it might drown you. It is hard, extremely difficult to accept that there is nothing we can do to change things. That even if we are alive and breathing well, there is nothing to do. The third stage, bargaining, is when we start to make deals with ourselves or perhaps with God, if we're religious. I read an article that says we want to believe that if we act in particular ways, we will feel better. It's also common to find ourselves going over and over things that happened in the past and asking a lot of what-if questions, wishing we could go back and change things in hope things could have turned out differently. And this got me thinking about how difficult it is to get past the death of someone or a traumatizing event. As humans, we try everything we can do to bring life to what it was before, wishing for one more moment with them, for one more day in school or university. Even one more day just to pack my bags and flee with everything with me. We keep saying to ourselves, what if I just took my diaries? What if I spent more time with them? What if it was my fault? Just one more day, we say. Sadness, longing, sorrow, and a heart that cannot handle anymore. Intense, sharp, emotional pain that's almost too real strikes your heart. From hours to days to months to years. And you sit, not knowing when you will ever be okay. You say that there is no point in life anymore. You struggle to see any meaning, and that's a very scary thought, which crosses the minds of many, many, many of us. And that is what we call depression, my fellow friends. This is the fourth stage of grief. And finally, last but not least, the fifth stage of grief, acceptance. Even when it feels like nothing will ever be all right again. Gradually, with time, pain eases, and we seem to live with the heartbreaking fact. We seem to accept what has happened, although that never means we got over it. It simply means we learned to live again while keeping the memories close to us. It shows how problems are inevitable and we have to deal with them in this lifetime. And so we accept and we become stronger